So what I will talk about this video is me kind of taking a step back for about 12-24 hours to kind of sit on something I'm working on as we get Cthulhu Knight Errant 3 custom mysteries, although I will concentrate on, this video as well. Although I will admit, World of Horror is kind of a chill game for me to play. I've always mentioned this. I think World of Horror is a good game to play when you just need like 10 to 20 minutes or more, depending on if you like to stop and read for a moment. But as we get into Cthulhu Knight Errant random item custom character once more, I'm taking a step back for about 12-24 hours on game development stuff just to sit on whether or not what I'm doing is a good idea, which also allows me to research as we have Takshe-san, light check, strength, second mystery, charisma, and then maybe a second encounter check. But we're definitely losing like 3 stamina, possibly 5 reason, but I'm just gonna assume maybe I get a light source. I'm gonna do hardware store this time and see how well that works out for me, although we can immediately use these library notes. Oh my goodness, I can't speak. But anywho, I could use... Oh, no, I already sold the notes. I was like, I can use the notes again, and then I realized I just sold them. So just if nothing else to take away from this video before you've already left, for whatever reason, maybe you have something better to do, but I usually just end up selling the inspiring novel, but that depends on what we see. So Metamorphosis, Coma, actually no, we have 3 custom mysteries, and this bulletin does not have a custom mystery, so instead, you, Auteur, and Story. So, if my run does not have like 2 or more boss encounters that I can really deal with easily, and by that I mean if I have Metamorphosis and Story, or a mystery like Story, I'm going to pop the inspiring novel, but otherwise I usually end up selling it. The reason for that is because it grants you 2 funds on average. If you're on a random item stat run, I think you can sell for 1 fund. I've never seen it sold for 3. Maybe RNG has not hit me in the face yet, but you get what I mean. Usually I end up selling it so I can get a weapon, but if I'm on a boss intensive run, I don't sell the inspiring novel, and I use it instead in one of those boss mysteries. Now, I'm still not brave enough to... I'll check twice, actually. I'm still not brave enough to take a boss mystery last. Not on Harbinger of Doom. That has gone poorly for me in the past. Although it's not like I can't do it. It's just I feel like it's gone poorly for me in the past. I guess we take the dingy-majiggy. The heavy-duty flashlight. Now, at least we have a light source, but I wasn't really planning to increase my knowledge, so I usually just end up increasing strength, but I know certain players here and there like to maybe increase their stats, or maybe just force a stat anyway. Again, anything can work, because as it turns out, with RNG involved, things can work regardless. But as we lose a bunch of our strength and need to get rid of this frostbite, can I sell this bandage? It does sell for 1 fund. However, I did not lose any reason. But we can get rid of this frostbite. At least the treatment costs are not fluctuated by random item stats. But taking these painkillers, on the other hand, kind of priceless. So, as we... I would normally save these painkillers, but might as well use them now. I know I've said before, I like to wait until I'm at 3 stamina or below, or 3 reason and below, so I can do Desperate Struggle, but you never know what could happen. But usually you should just wait. There's not really a reason to. One very minute reason is if you are full on inventory space like I am, kind of. But aside from that, that's one of a few exceptions, because it's not likely to happen. We'll just take 2 Doom here. Normally I wouldn't, because I'm looking at my Doom and I don't think I have anything like Flood, Scissors, or I don't have mysteries like Flood, Scissors, or Festival, or something else. I think there's one more, but you get what I mean. Anywho. All this black hair, by the way, or just this black hair, and I never really get the sewing kit. There were times in which I did, but man, those moments are few and far between. But yeah, as I visit this forest twice to at least remind myself to do the side quest here so we can skip the boss, I have, so just to talk about game dev, as we're just kind of sitting here doing nothing anyway, looking at basically the development of the plot and characters that I've pretty much finalized at this point. Gameplay-wise, I'm still going through it. If you want a little sneak peek, the current things I've planned out is that the game takes place over 7 in-game days-ish. Obviously, the game can end sooner. Usually, that's kind of a game over type situation. But, yeah, not much else to say. That was the plan, and so therefore, I'm kind of on day 3 right now, which means that it might take up to another month. And even if I could complete the game by the end of this month, because of how itch.io operates and because of certain things happening on itch.io right now, I can foresee things taking longer. So I'm kind of gauging myself for that. Now, obviously, I would still like to complete the game as soon as possible, but if you don't know about game development stuff, there is some quality assurance, let's just say, that you want to go through. Wait, this is the reason, right? Yeah, it's a reason. We don't want insomnia. If you on your first and possibly even second mystery, depending on how much recovery and whatnot you have, you don't want to take insomnia. It's 2 reason per mystery, and that hurts you more reason-wise and doom-wise by Cthulhu. Funny enough, because that's a Cthulhu event, you take less damage. But you take more overall damage if you take the 3 reason. Am I correct? Am I going crazy? Why is my math going crazy there? Oh no, because the thought is that you don't. If you ran into that event like 3 or 4 times, then yes, you are losing a lot. But by that time, you're probably in your 3rd or 4th mystery. Most likely, so therefore you can just take insomnia. But otherwise, yes, if you only run into that event once and you're on your first or maybe even second mystery, just take 3 reason. That's your second takeaway advice for the day. Metamorphosis or story? Metamorphosis first. Funny enough, I stumbled there because I was getting the mystery names crossed up in my mouth. Yeah, nothing more to take here at the moment, so off we go. I was supposed to put out a few other videos. I guess one of them was about the... maybe I'll do it. If I don't, I'll just mention it here just really quickly. So I'll leave my GoFundMe open for pretty much a month since its release. I'm thankful for everyone who has donated. And if you don't know about that, then just know that I have a GoFundMe. And you can look for that on my channel if you care. Otherwise, the other thing I really wanted to say, as I get a mangled hand here, that's really bad actually. So we're going to witch tree instead. Okay, good. I was like... No, my perception, but then I was like, oh wait, I don't have the, I'm not using the army knife. But, now I forgot what I was gonna say. I really didn't want to, I usually don't like to talk about things like, that are not too related to what I'm doing in the video, even though I talk about off-topic game dev, writing stuff here and there, but, if nothing else, you know what? We're gonna go for it. If maybe costs 5 funds, thankfully it only costs 4. If we run into out of funds, we'll trade off reason. But I think we can survive with 3 stamina. We're gonna find out. Did I witch tree already again? No, I witch treed only once so far. So we're gonna take that. Masochistic is nice for us. The status effect, don't hurt me, robots. But my doom is reaching high levels. We're just gonna smoke these pack of cigarettes here. We're gonna need them for the next mystery or 2. We'll pop the inspiring novel during story, but boy, is this really painful. So, I should be able to prep attack, right? No? Alright, well... Let's see what we can do today. We definitely throw the police revolver. We missed the attack. And instead we're going to brace attack and probably pray. Yeah, 2 reason for 1 stamina, and we do our best here. I really don't like dodging. This is your 3rd takeaway in case you want to just listen to World of Horror. But, yeah, I don't like using the braced action in World of Horror. It's gone badly for me. But because RNG exists, if you... I'm pointing at... like where my camera would be, like you could see me. But if you like using dodge and it works out for you, then it works out for you. That's probably a very smaller percentage of players than like 30%, but it works out. And I say 30% because you have to attack while dodging, otherwise you get nothing for it. You can dodge and you get nothing for it. It's not like dodge itself does damage, which would be another interesting thing for dodge to do. Just at least do like 4 damage when you can dodge, because I say that because that's the average amount you would do in an attack anyway. Maybe obviously with higher base damage weapons. Oh, I forgot to take the thingamajiggy. Don't be an enemy. Nah, I made a mistake. Well, I think we just go all out here. Yeah, if we hit 3 of these, great. If we don't, we'll figure out what to do. Even with the inspiring novel though, I don't think we would have gotten much. Keep in mind we also need to fight a ghost enemy at some point, so this inspiring novel isn't going to do as much for us. I just realized we have 12 cigarettes left. That's a lot of cigarettes. Anywho. Yeah, so this character has Amateur Detective and Pushing Yourself, which is pretty good overall, but for specific, like, to specialize in either events and or... I think I meant to rest, by the way. Yes, or specializing in combat, it's not as great. And in a run like this, where we're taking super damage and super doom damage, this is not great. Basically, this character, if I were to rate this character's strength in game on a scale from 1 to 10, it would be about a 4, 5 at most if you really want to push it. But I say it can't be more than 6 or 5 in my opinion, because of low stats and the bonuses. While they're okay, the police revolver isn't. I mean, it's a weapon. As you saw, I have not used the police revolver yet at all. So. Shrug! But yeah, we're gonna gamble on this 90%. So, off we go. Now, we are getting a good amount of experience, but because every single enemy does to all damage... take the reason instead. You heal stamina as well, but... I was gauging whether... I'm gambling on... Or I'm risking... I'm taking the risk or predicting that I won't run into that event again. I don't know how many times I've ran into that event 3 times in a row, though. I'd have to look at my stuff. But, unfortunately... Oh, I didn't pop the Inspiring Novel. We're still going to pop it here. We need the damage, because something with, I think, like 30 plus HP is going to come out. I don't remember. I should remember story by now. It's one of the mysteries I hate running into the most, obviously. But, we can heal some reason here. But, yeah, severing here. I mean, thankfully I don't have 3 knowledge. Otherwise, this would be pretty much a death. Because with 4 dexterity, I don't think we can even dodge into anything proper. I think we can sever. Yeah, we can sever because we have Nicotine Rush and fun. But and then I picked that decision. Okay, if nothing else for me, what I need to learn is that in this event I need to take the left option. Unless the left option does like 5 doom, but even like in this situation, we needed the reasons. I don't think there's any way out. So yeah, without further, I mean, I'm willing to play this character one more time, but usually I play characters twice. I'll play it one more time though. Maybe we'll use the police revolver. Now, see you in the next video.